al puerto del alma, cruzando el mar, hasta que llegaré.
Hello everyone. Oh yeah, baby. I have no idea if this is going to be the real shit message or the love message, because it could be either or. It is the real shit, but I mean, I guess it could be love too. We'll see. Because the sexual energy is so intense right now. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's beyond ridiculous. Seriously. Seriously. Why? I don't fucking know. But you see, I got my sage today, and I got my sweetgrass and some dipped dragon blood sage over there if I need some extra. The feathers, no, I was not doing anything crazy with the feathers or fanning or whatever. Those feathers are being made into a piece today for protection, so it's a person very near and dear to me, so they will be with me all day, absorbing my energy. That's what that is. So if you get a reading today, live or recorded, you will probably be seeing the fucking feathers. Good morning, booty booty. Little booty booty. And I have been going all night. I tried to get some sleep. It didn't really work out for me. I dreamt ugly. Oh, I've been dreaming so ugly. You know, but reality isn't always beautiful now, is it? Anyways, so that lasted all about an hour, hour and a half, and I just was like, fuck it, if I'm not gonna get any rest, I might as well just get up and fucking continue to work. And here I am, 2 quads later, or one and working on one. For those of you that don't know what a quad is, that is a Starbucks drink that already has coffee with 4 shots of added espresso. There's that, and then the song. I'm not going to tell you the title. I'll list it. And the reason, for some of you know, like I refuse to speak Spanish. You'll catch me slip every once in a while where I'll speak Spanish when I'm not thinking about it. But because of something that happened to me when I was a little girl and my family was making fun of my accent, I just was like, fuck you. I'll never speak a word of it. You speak to me in Spanish. If I understand what you're saying, I will respond to you in English, again, unless you catch me slipping. Anyway, that song basically is like, I don't know, I guess that would be like a collector of love, maybe, or a collection. I guess that would be I don't know. Anyway, you know, it's really interesting. My nose has started to run suddenly in these videos, like right whenever I turn on, or not even right when I turn on the camera, when I start to speak or say specific things. Anyways, basically he's gonna sail across the sea to the port of the soul until he gets where he's going, to collect, gain, grab, obtain his love or his lover. Could be interpreted many different ways. Like all music, what does it mean to you? That's what it means to me. And that song has been playing in my head since I got up. Actually, the last dream that I had, I woke up fucking sweating and shaking. It scared the fuck out of me. I went to the bathroom, you know, like washed my face and shit. Snap out of it. Sent a message like while I was still in the bed, half asleep. Hindsight, probably shouldn't have sent it, but you know, whatever. I was fucking sleeping, freaking out. And then yeah, I've been hearing that song ever since. So take it for what it's worth, however it may resonate with you. We got Mary Magdalene and Diana for the two goddess cards for today. Mary Magdalene, related to the Tower. Gotta love it. Absolutely. 100% related to Mars. Okay. Also related to the Star of Bethlehem. All right. The Tower of Strength. The shock of unexpected events. Cleanse the ego. Huh. Hold and define your power. Inner light will stand the test while egoic patterns burn away. The reason I'm saying is because I don't really know what to say, because I had a conversation with a friend this morning, and I'm sort of working through some things with her, like my shit, you know, not her shit. Well, I mean, yeah, we work through her shit too, but that's what friends do. But like working through my shit, as far as I've come, there's things that I have completely taken myself out of situations to work on. And so I've not actually been put back in a situation to actually test how far I've come on these things until recently. Because she was saying like that's probably the ego, and I was like, I don't know if it's the ego. I mean, maybe, you know, but I don't know, because no, yeah, okay, well, whatever. So the Tower of Strength, the shock of unexpected events, cleanse the ego. Hold and define your power. Hold and define. This is really important, and that is also something that we discussed, or that I discussed, like no matter what. Like, I'm not going to be moved. Like, I'll not be moved. I'm pretty... What you see is what you get. This is not an act. Like, this is me. This is me. And I'm pretty fucking strong. And I'm pretty in my power and know my power. You know, yes, of course, there are times where I doubt and question myself just like anyone else. But when it comes down to it, if I'm tested or pushed, it's like my natural reaction is, you know, those bags, like the punching bags for the small children, they have the sand in the bottom, and so you punch them and they like pop right back up. That is my natural reaction to life. Like, even when I'm feeling like, oh, and someone thinks, oh, look, she's weak, I'm like, huh? What? That's just my natural, that's me. Okay, so that should be everyone. That should be you too. Oh, here he comes. I got too excited. I got him too excited. And say hi to everyone. Say hi. Love you. So, hold and define your power. Inner light will stand the test. That's important too. Inner light will stand the test while egoic patterns burn away. So it's important to not resist, of course, as always. What do you want to watch? You want watermelon?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a minute and I'll cut you up watermelon. You want to go watch Goo Goo Gaga for right now? Yeah. Okay, I'll be right back, y'all. All right. Diana, related to the Knight of Swords, okay, which we know is related to thought, mental patterns, logic, and things like that. Also related to Taurus and Gemini. The white chestnut. What was the one on here? Oh, the Star of Bethlehem. She is the focused energy of moonlight and the magic of the trees. She knows their wisdom and channels it all into a goal. Focus, set goals, set clear intentions, and honor them fully. Something similar has been coming out a lot lately. Make your intentions very clear. There are things as I've been saying since the January eclipse, it's like you speak it and there it is, okay? Manifestation is like super fucking quick right now. It's like, boom, speed of light, okay? And there's been similar messages coming through for several weeks now. Excuse me. About making your intentions clear, setting your intentions and focusing and not veering off. I actually had a conversation with someone yesterday about candle work. Now, it didn't necessarily fit her situation. We were just kind of having a discussion. But when people come to me for candle work and the candle goes out, or I often get the question, what does it mean when the candle just goes out? Well, it can mean a lot of things, but most often it is because people are going against the work, the original working. So it's like if you've set your intention, you've set your goal, you've either paid someone or asked someone or been directed on how to do a working, however that may fit with you. And you've done this working or had this working done for you. Okay, so let's use love as an example because that's the most popular one, right? A reconciliation or come to me love. And so let's say you get caught cheating or you get caught slipping or whatever the case, and your husband or your wife leaves you. So you get somebody to help you do a working to bring them back, okay? So you set the intention and the focus that you want this person back, and you're willing to do and clean up your act or whatever it takes to do this, right? Well, when the candle goes out, most often in those situations, it is because someone has gone against the working. Now, of course, you could always have outside forces influencing a situation, but most often it is the person. It is the person who has started talking to someone else or has not quit their player ways or doesn't have a pure heart or has started to flirt with other people or go back out looking for hookups and things like that. So it's like you've intentionally gone against your goal. So you've not made your intentions clear, and that muddies everything up and it's sort of stops everything in its tracks. And that something like that sort of message has been coming out. Now, I'm just using that as an example, but even without candle workings, that is going to be relevant. You know what I'm saying? You cannot ask for this and want this and be doing this and expect this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would think, duh, but a lot of people really are that fucking dense. So there's that. All right. Let's get into this Wisdom of the Hidden Realm deck. So it's important to allow that Tower to come in, embrace it, all right? Stand in your power, let your light shine. Don't be too proud. Huh? Huh? Okay, okay. All right, thank you. You don't want it?
Yeah.
Okay. Two cards flying out. The Sacred Union, the Diamond Dreamer. Okay, I guess it's going to be a love reading. The Sacred Union, the Diamond Dreamer, and the Ice Queen. Oh! Right to the chest. Is that funny? The Sacred Union, partnership and romance. Love you. 27, 9.
Bye-bye.
You already ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay, well, hold on. Because I'm not ready. I'm not done yet, okay?
Bye-bye.
You're done?
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you're done, you go in there and watch Goo Goo Gaga, and I'll be in there in a minute, okay? Okay. Come on, butts. Stop. We'll get clarification on these. Go on. The Diamond Dreamer. material wealth, and true prosperity. That is the 6. All right, 6 is the number of carbon. It is a number of duality because it is the number of man. It is an earth number. It's the number of carbon. Come on, 666, the number of man, the number of the beast. We are the beast. Whole nother message, whole nother video. In any event, there's something very like strong going on with the way that we are beginning to view wealth, the way we are beginning to view true prosperity. What does that actually mean? Is that money? Is that gold? Is that diamonds? Is that a house? Is that a business? Or does it come in other ways? What makes you truly wealthy? There's something here very transformative happening. Don't do that, please. That is shifting our view of true success and riches and wealth. The Ice Queen. Ideas preserved, non-action, entitlement. 28, 10 cycles. The great thing about a 10 is it's the end. Okay? This freaking child, man, we're gonna get it together, I promise. So the Ice Queen, okay? Ideas preserved, non-action, and entitlement. What I'm getting with this is the resistance to that tower, okay? Becoming cold in a sense of entitlement or safety, security, non-action. I also had this conversation this morning as well about staying in the routine of things, staying in your comfort zone, staying where it's safe. I actually... Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Okay, non-action. Taking non-action keeps you safe, but it doesn't allow you to grow. So that's something that we never really want to do. We never want to be stagnant. Okay, entitlement and ideas preserved. Trying to preserve old ideas, old belief systems, old ways. Sometimes it can be a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing, especially when it comes to personal growth, okay? And then entitlement, believing that you're entitled to a certain thing or a certain way, or that things should happen in a certain way for you because you're this or you're that, or you do this or you do that or whatever. The universe doesn't give a shit about that. The universe does not give a shit about that. You ask, you receive, okay? And you receive how the universe chooses to give. And that's that. Woo! Y'all, the realization is setting in. Isn't it though? All right. Let's get into the tarot. The 8 of Cups showing itself to me right off the top twice with the 3 of Wands. I love it. We are walking away from old shit. All right. Ships are coming in. If you want it, if you don't want it, you don't have to have it. With the Knight of Pentacles, it's happening pretty slow. All right. Slower than some of us may want with the Knight of Swords. I love how in this deck, he's actually swallowing the sword. It's like swallowing your pride. Oh, and it's hitting home. It's hitting home. Just let it unfold. It's going to anyways, with the Lovers looking right up at me and the Knight of Cups. It's coming. It's definitely coming. Eventually. The 7 of Swords is looking up at me here with the Knight of Swords, okay? Swallowing that sword, okay? the reason I love the Seven of Swords in this deck so much, okay, because by itself, it's not necessarily about deception, okay? It's also, as I picked it up, the Five of Swords is looking up at me with the Tower in reverse up underneath it. And the Death card, Honey Hush. Are you serious right now? Okay. And this is just a pre-shuffle. Whoa. I love the Seven of Swords in this deck particularly because he has been in that coffin for God knows how long. Okay, he's been asleep. His eyes have been closed. I'm saying he because he's in a suit. Could be her. It's just the energy, not a gender, okay? He wakes up, and he wakes up from the dead. He comes out of this coffin. He can see the light, okay? He's being resurrected. He's looking around for the first time in a long time, okay? With the Five of Swords, now the Five of Swords can often be inner conflict. It can be fighting ego. You have two people here fighting ego, but you also have two people here facing the world. And, I mean, look at her. She's fighting back. She's not backing down. And behind them, you have the Aztec warriors. Okay, if you can see, I don't know if the camera's gonna be able to pick that up, but behind them, all right, you have the Aztec warriors fighting by their side in spirit. Okay, because if you see they're a little bit translucent. Okay, but basically, spirit is on your side. Okay, yeah, you're fighting ego. Yeah, there's a partnership here that is the real deal, that is facing a lot of conflict, external and internal, but they're doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, they're not backing down, and spirit has their back. No matter how many form against me, you know what I'm saying? I don't know exactly how that verse goes, but I'm not hearing it how it goes. I'm hearing, like, no matter how many swords form against me is exactly what I'm hearing. With the Tower in reverse, okay? So definitely if you were resisting this dying of the ego, now you'll see she's pregnant. She's pregnant because with death comes life. The death is transformation. Okay, Scorpio energy. And that's double Scorpio energy right there. Boom, boom, baby. Transformation on transformation. Love it with air. Swords and swords. Love it. Love, love, love. All right. Did we need any more confirmation? That's just the fucking pre-shuffle. And we are already at 26 minutes. And this is just a daily video. Okay, I'm gonna flip a few more cards and then we're gonna call it. I'm gonna move on to the love reading. I have so much fucking work to do, y'all, and have been going nonstop. But it's all good. What just flipped out? The Queen of Pentacles flipped out, and when it flipped out, it actually flipped. It picked up one of the feathers and landed like that. So I think that's very interesting. Queen of Pentacles is solid. Okay, she's firm. She's stable. She makes shit happen. All right, and you see her there. She's climbing that ladder to pick her fruit from the orchard, from her garden. You know, maybe she's just picking it before it goes bad. Maybe it's just harvest time. You know, maybe it's time to make dinner. Who knows? I don't know what she's doing, but she's definitely climbing up. All right. Not only is she already stable in just her very being, but she continues to grow and climb up that ladder and pick good fruit. All right. We have a flipper. We have a flipper. The Chariot. Continuing to move forward. Okay, Cancerian energy. Spiritual energy. And you'll notice the Aztec warrior, sort of looking over the entire chariot here. Okay? So this could be travel. It could just be movement forward. Okay? But to me, the chariot is always a spiritual card. Very spiritual. To me, it is a card of what am I trying to say? Not an initiation, maybe for some, but a rite of passage. There you go. A rite of passage to spiritual knowledge and growth. The Three of Swords, but it did come out in the reverse position. I'm going to show you in the upright. Okay? But the Three of Swords coming out in the reverse position. All right? Healing and learning our lessons as we move forward and letting Spirit take over with the Eight of Swords coming out in the reverse position. Okay? I love it. Freeing ourselves. Look. If we can allow the Tower to come in, if we can embrace the change, we learn our lessons, we allow our heart to heal, we let the ego die away, okay? At least to a point, because you'll hear me talk about this all the time, which a lot of these new age people do not. You need to let the ego die. You can't have the ego. You can't have the ego and be a spiritual higher self, blip, 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 blip. No, baby, you need the ego here just as much as you need duality, okay? You cannot have light without the dark, and vice versa. This is a place of duality just as much as you need the ego in order to navigate in this realm. However, the difference is allowing the ego to rule you or you ruling the ego. That is the difference, okay? That is the difference. Being possessed by your possessions, okay? Or being free and moving forward, controlling your ego, all right? Not being bound. And with this Eight of Swords in the reverse position, okay, we are breaking free of these thoughts, this entitlement, this cold ass energy that is doing nothing for this sacred union, okay? So that we may gain real wealth, riches beyond gold and diamonds and money. I love it. I absolutely love it. The bottom of the deck is the Tower in the upright. I'm going to leave it there. I love you all so much, and I will see you next time.